Hello, welcome back to Pentiment. It's me, A. Prustian, and I am here in the Abbey. I made it here last time. I have some tabs I should look through. One thing I realized is that I don't have a save option. Last time at the end, I was like, I'm going to figure out how to save. As far as I can tell, there isn't. It's not like Baldur's Gate where you get like a list of saves and you could reload the game. It seems like it's much more like a Souls game where you made those decisions and now you're stuck with them, as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong with that and I'm just not understanding the menu, but honestly, it's fine. It's it's interesting though because the game that this reminds me the most of is like Disco Elysium. I think because it's very dialogue based and like choices of dialogue based. But there are some real mechanical differences which might be interesting, like no saves coming, right? Because it is also very narrative. I don't know, we'll find out. So this is my journal as well. So I need to get the advance from the Abbey. I could talk to Brother Matthew. And Father Gernot might be receptive to negotiation. But that seems possibly tricky. So these are all things for like hour 6. So I guess the timing is going to matter. Another few pages. I need to get across town up to the Abbey. Okay, so that's what I've already done. I assume that's then complete. I love the book. It's so cool. Oh, we've got Tassing itself. Alright, so I saw the farms, I guess on the west, and the blacksmith. There's a town commons, and then I thought I came this way, but now I'm not 100% sure which way I went. Okay, here's the farm. There's gonna be more stuff that way. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so I must have exited up here and gone up to the Abbey during my conversation with the Baron. Okay, good. That's where I am. Good to know. Europe. Okay. There it is. And Tassing itself, obviously in the mountains, near other places much more important than it. Okay. People glossary. Oh, this is really good because otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep anyone straight. And then glossary of all the things I've seen. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm trying to find Brother Matthew, I guess. Let's explore. Who have we got here? Oh, I've got, Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Okay, that makes sense. Does that mean I'll find Brother Matthew here? Start with Margaret. God bless you. Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, I see. Okay, I like this. That's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I like this because it ties back to the Italian connection that I made for him. Although I kind of also like this one because it ties to his sort of womanizer one. You know, we'll go with this. I'm also much more handsome. Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men. You'll just have to trust me then. Not a chance. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mailer. That's delightful. I like her. A reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. St. Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Kirsau Shrine. The Holy Lance, also called the Spear of Destiny, or the Lance of Longinus. It is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance, and several places claim to possess it. Yeah, that sounds about right. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the Scriptorium? It could be better. Would it make you happier if I told you Agnes Steinorine received some saffron yesterday? Okay, this woman, is she the cook or something? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Okay, so this is another... Okay, a nun, sure. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferenc to get some for your yellows. Oh, that would make sense. Good to know. Oh, this is a special thing. Are you in any need of herbs or flowers? I could pick some for you on my next trip through the meadow. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll go gathering in the forest later. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satya one of these days. Okay. Wait, did I talk to Lisbeth? God bless you, Master Mailer. Okay. I think that's everything here. So no Brother Matthew. The convent garden. Sure. Ah, flowers. Feverfew. It always smells so fresh. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. Well, you would need to know that, wouldn't you? What door is this? That door must lead into the rest of the convent. Not for me. Fair enough. Prioress's house. Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? Yes, we are curious about this. I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? It seemed unusual. The Baron arrived to see the abbot in the Scriptorium. It isn't appropriate for the sisters to interact with men. Huh. The sisters interact with me. As they need to, at my discretion. The Baron is an important visitor and a patron of the Abbey, but there's no need for him to speak with the sisters. Or me. I see. That makes sense. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Until later. I mean, does it? I feel like there's history there. There is something. Our Baron is not very well liked by some of the women in the area, which is a little bit suspect. Convent Aquarium? It's a cool screen. The doors into the convent are locked to outsiders. Men, at least. Fair enough. Oh, shoot, there was something to look at. A painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects from theology to musical composition to medicine. Cool. Okay, I should probably... Ooh, a garden. Never mind. I was like, I should probably start trying to actually find people, but like, at some point. Bless you. God bless you, Master Mailer. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men, unless it's necessary to perform our work. Forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mailer. Alright, well, never mind then. Just look at the flowers. Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Pet mouse fanger. Mouse fanger. Ah, so good. I love it. 10 out of 10 this game. Okay, I'll talk to Sophie. Maybe she'll talk to me. God bless you, Master Mailer. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean, no offense, Master Mailer, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Alright, well, never mind. She can't either. Is this more feverfew? No. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Still, I think it has a certain charm. Indeed. Tassing is lucky to have so much woundwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Okay. So I think I'm coming back to the Upper Abbey this way? Yes. Okay. Not very good at that. Okay. Well, I suppose there's the church itself I should probably go in. Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord should give his all on Easter... Exactly. Have a good day in the Scriptorium. Have a good day singing.
Agnus redemit oves, Christus innocens
It's very
pacem.
lovely, and it reminds me of the harpies in Elden Ring, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I know they're based on such singing, but, that's the most relevant thing I can think of. Well, nothing in here. To the cloister. Oh god, I'm gonna be so lost. There's so many places to go. And I am nominally looking for the Scriptorium. Maybe I will just go there and visit some of these other places when I need them. Sabat. God give you health, Master Mahler. Brother Sabat, I am surprised to see you here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. Ooh, I can see what Rome is. Though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church and an impressive center for the arts. I and my bishop regret we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Meeting of bishops that took place between 1414 and 1418, so 100 years ago. He's not kidding by many, many. And the Diocese of Constance to end the Papal Schism was also notable for the condemnation and capture of Bohemian theological Jan Hus. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south is Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. I am so full up on dinners, though, at least for today. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Ah, yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. The Albans, that's where somebody heard about the rumor of saffron. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Yeah, I look forward to it too. Refectory, dormitory, kitchen and cellar. This place is really huge. Cemetery. Wait, I should look at my map. There's probably a shortcut to get to the map, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, so I'm in this area. Refectory, kitchen, cellar, cemetery. Oh, if I go through the cemetery, I should be able to get to the Scriptorium. Okay. I think I'll just do that. I'm sure that I'll be able to explore all of this. I'm a little concerned about the time. I don't know if, like, time just passes the more you talk to people, or if it's, like, plot based, so once you do specific things, it will advance. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Oh, that is a cool... Look at this art on the grave here. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. I mean, that is spectacular. Animal pins. Okay, well, I have to see these. Who's this? Volkbert. Fulbert. Okay, good day, Andreas. Yeah. Oh, is that it? It's just that. Hmm. Nothing really... Oh, that's locked. Interesting. Nothing more exciting happening with the animals right now, I suppose. Okay, but somewhere I am supposed to be able to get to... Not the cloister, that's where I came in. There's supposed to be another set of stairs. Okay. Must be this one. Old Bailey. Yeah, Scriptorium, here we go. Guy. Or Guy, is that how you say it? French? Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, Brother Guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Sure. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors, both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Powerful former duchy of eastern France that became a province in 1477, known for its wine, art, monasteries, and courtly fashion. Can't go to a monastery in Burgundy? Then I'll leave you to it. Adoc. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, Brother Adoc? Uh, all, all mill? What is he saying? All mill. That's easy. I am well. I am well. Oh, he's like mixing the letters. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. I look forward to all of your anagrams, Brother Adoc. Literal nut. Ah, yes. Until then. Literal nut. Later, then? I bet that's it. That's what everybody's been saying, so it's fairly easy to make that connection, but... Okay. Well, where else am I to go in here? I mean, this is my goal, right? So, where's... Oh, Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. That's what Large George said. Big George, whatever. Big George Gertner says if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Yep, there he is. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Yeah, they were eaten by bears. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adoc? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. This is gonna be remembered. Calm yourself, Brother Adoc. You're too sensitive to guys' jokes. I am old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lawrence Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Yeah, this is the Baron. The hat. Indeed. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel. This manuscript! I just realized he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he is visiting. Yes, Prior. It is. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Yeah, I think, I'm not gonna tell him off. I'm gonna say, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Yeah, we don't really believe that. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kearsall Abbey. Oh, Jesus. Kearsall is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferric isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Damn straight. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the In der Mauer manuscript. A prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy and Austria. In der Mauer. Okay. I was not expecting that to be a family name. Zdena. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The In der Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Can I just get the book? Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need it to reference for my work. Really? My feet hurt. The stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Oh, somebody else. It's a great name. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is. Oh, like hell. You know exactly where it is. Andreas. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Indermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. In fucking blue. Okay. Promptly it is. Andres, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Oh, cool. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in the arrangement of the figures. There is. That's so cool. I like how it's like partitioned out. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Oh. Damn. Interesting. Huh. I could go with this. But, I want to... What do you mean? I'm curious. I want to get into this part of it. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Indermauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful. But I feel you've not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs to the forest to forage on acorn before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gerna. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. Huh. But it's not the way November is. Interesting. Art is illusion storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of yours might outlive us all. This book of ours. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? You need not listen to my opinion. They are just thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? I admit I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Huh. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. What? Oh! And Brother Guy. That is kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Oh, I think it must be plot driven then. Ah, where's the time gone? It is already terse? Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Terse precedes Mass in the chapter meeting. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. The Rule of St. Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. And it includes not talking too much. Till later, Andreas. Until later. Oh no. What are you up to? I've seen your portrait, but I don't remember who you are. What was that? Illuminata. What's going on in here? I don't I don't know. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Ferric came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. So that's Prior Ferric. Okay. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Ferric should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Nod. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless necessary for divine reading or work in the Scriptorium. Lectio Divina is the thoughtful reading of and meditation on Scripture. The practice leads to prayer and contemplation. It is a daily part of life in Benedictine communities. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? The Clear Chronicle, a history of the universe from creation in 1082, written by the Irish monk Marianus Scotus. Are you still mad at me for borrowing it? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains, you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see one of the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now graces libraries at Kern, Fulda, and Mainz? Large, powerful, free imperial city on the River Rhine. It is a major hub for commerce between Italy and the Netherlands. It is also a popular site for pilgrims, as its cathedral contains relics of the three wise men, represented as crowns on their arms. Fulda, a town built around an old Benedictine abbey near the center of the empire. Fulda's abbots are imperial princes and wield great power. Mainz, located on the Rhine River. Mainz is the home of the Archbishop of Mainz, an elector of the Holy Roman Empire in Prima Germaniae, the Pope's substitute north of the Alps. Sure, whatever that means. An important place. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, why all this fuss about Lawrence Rothvogel? Why is Prior Ferric so nervous? Lawrence? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? Huh, I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. Now about this, Andreas. If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. I see. I see how it is, Illuminata. Well, I was hoping to work on my masterpiece, but I suppose I can help. I understand, but there's rarely a time when I am in the Scriptorium and the brothers are not present. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the Scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them, and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. I know the Aeneid. I read it once. A poetic epic telling the legend of Aeneas, a heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny to found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by the Roman poet Virgil. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. Okay, touche. Must be these. What? Okay, I accidentally interacted with her when I didn't intend to. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Is this Dido, I think, burning herself? Yeah. This is interesting. These volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, this is so cool! Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Look at them! Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? Andreas, it's society that limits, not the gender inherently. Yeah, how would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Stepping into this one. Oh, that's so good. Now she's taking on the role of Dido instead of the observer here. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. The women are... No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It is fine poetry. For men. Oh, I like Illuminata. I have had that exact feeling and response to art where I'm like, this is decent art. It's good in these ways. But it was not made for me. It was not made for me and mine. Now the books, if you please. Can I just click on her? Thank you. Next, Wretched Guerin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. An Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea de Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures and discovers noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, it enjoyed greater success as a printed book. Okay. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adoc was reading it. Okay. Must be here. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Ujano? I can't read it. Lugano. Highly contested Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps. The Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation in 1513. Well, that's recent, right? The last 5 years for here. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forget the best part. In the end, Guerin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a key and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Oh. What's the harm? Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There's neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. She quotes. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Well, actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. Alright, alright. There's only one book left, then you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. What is it? The description should be sufficient. I don't know why you won't tell me, but alright, I'll find it. And he did say Brother Guy, or Guy, or however you say it, was reading it. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. See his picture. Okay. He was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Huh. Maybe I should have learned French at some point. What is this? Huh. Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Yes, outlogic Illuminata. That is exactly what will help here. I haven't asked so many questions. I've asked one question twice and you haven't answered me. I have good reason to not answer you. Yes? 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. The author shared the same fate. Ooh. That's not good. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Oh, as they both soar up to the heavens. 200 years ago. Jesus. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Garnot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. How did Father Garnot even know the book was here? Mother Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. Huh. Must it be destroyed? No one even knows it's here. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Garnot. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? I don't know. Read it and become a French heretic. That's not funny. I'm serious. Give me that book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel. Interesting. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the Abbey, far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gerna asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. It feels right enough in my heart for both of us? Persuade Illuminata. Oh no. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like all these down reds are bad. So, so offered unsolicited legal advice. That's a small tick. Then explained your legal education. Really not bad. Offered to help her reluctantly. Very bad. Logician background. Alright, well, we'll see. Failure. I don't think so. That doesn't even make any sense. What if I appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey not to destroy the book? The duty is to God and the vows I made to the rule. What about the librarian's rule? The rule to protect books? Okay, I expressed admiration for the scribe, but I offered to help her reluctantly. I'm really mad at myself for that one. Failure. No, you just made that up. The theological reasons for allowing the book to exist? More sound than a condemnation from 3 bishops of Paris? I mean, who are you going to trust? Them or me? Oh, this is so bad. Logical pedantry, offered help reluctantly. Oh, I still failed. Thank you for making my decision so easy. Did you leave university voluntarily or were you expelled? Touche. Fine, take it. I tried, book. I damn well tried, but I want to know more about Baron Rothvogel. I understand your frustration, but this is for the best, Andreas. Thank you. Welp. Here you go. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though. I need to finish up here soon. Okay. She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. So I should ask her about books, because I think that's what she will know the most about. So either the first one or the last one. I think I'm going to ask about this. You know, maybe the others are better, but I can only ask one, so He mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tasse. He said it had some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I have heard of it, but I've never read it, and I know little about its contents. Oh, damn. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understood him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It's not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Huh. Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So, perhaps there is merit in that idea. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will you get to the church if you can't enter the Scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Is there a secret passage? Okay. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. Oh, I should have clicked on it. Oh, that's alright. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Alright. This is a good place to stop for the day. I did not keep track of when I started. It is, and I need to be better about that because it is very easy to get completely enthralled in this game. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye!